project sporting the RE engine splash screen is of course Exoprimal, perhaps the most over-the-top concept to use the technology. Released just this month, my Digital Foundry colleague Oliver has already given the game a tech analysis, complete with comparisons, frame rate analysis and more. But for this tech deep dive, in this video brought to you by Digital Foundry and Exoprimal, I had the opportunity to speak with key developers at Capcom Japan to talk about the origins of the game, about its underlying technology, its ray tracing features, and crucially, the challenges in making it a cross-gen online project running on everything from last-gen consoles right up to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and PC. Announced just over a year ago in 2022, Exoprimal is very much its own beast. I'd personally describe it as Overwatch meets Titanfall 2 via Jurassic Park, but even then there's plenty of unexpected twists as new enemies and new mechanics are introduced. The story is suitably tongue-in-cheek too. You're sent to the paradise South Pacific island of Bikatoa to investigate why dinosaurs are appearing through portals. T-Rexes, raptors, pterodactyls, you name it. These hapless dinos tumble out of the sky in droves. And this is Exoprimal's key hook, the sheer number of creatures filling up the city streets for you to scoop up into the air in a combo, to electrocute, to freeze, or set ablaze. The main mode is called Dino Survival, where 5 versus 5 human players start out with exosuits designed for combat, support, or tank roles. For the first 2 of 3 rounds of the game, the 2 opposing teams fight the dinosaurs in parallel, appearing as red spectres, unable to interact with each other. Objectives are tackled as they appear, culling dinosaurs, defending zones, or escorting a payload, and then, in the final mission, the 2 squads are able to square off against each other amidst a dinosaur horde. Exoprimal's design is quite unlike any other RE Engine title. The focus in technology and nature between the most
bad times have nightmares about. And Baldur's Gate 3 is no different. You find yourself aboard an attacking Mind Flayer ship with your brain pregnant with one of their worm babies, and you have to fight through a bunch of buttholes, literally and figuratively, to escape, only to crash land the damn thing right after you get through and clear. And then you're saved by a magic spell before you turn into a giant red spot on a mysterious beach somewhere. Your quest is to find a way to get that squiggly Mind Flayer baby out of your head before it breachbirds its way into making you one of them. Worst of times. Most of this review will be spoiler-free with blurred text in a lot of places. If you like this kind of thing and feel I went the extra mile, subscribe and hit the notify bell. It helps, and we are only 8.7 million subscribers away from being bigger than the PlayStation channel, so help me beat them. And thanks to this video's sponsors, you. What is Baldur's Gate 3? Well, it's a CRPG from Larian Studios, a game many years in the making, a sequel and a beloved franchise, and a game that uses everything Larian Studios has learned from Divinity games, all the way to the seminal Divine Divinity. It's a complex, sprawling, detailed, and at times cumbersome monolith. And so far, it's every goddamn thing I'd hoped and many things I'd never expected. As with any good role-playing game, you start with making a character. Now there's many races, and add to that 12 classes and more than 40 subclasses. But before you go into analysis paralysis, let's break them down pretty quickly. Of course, there are humans, the milquetoast of Baldur's Gate. They fit almost any slot. If you need a blank template, that's the one. Orcs. Well, not full orcs, half orcs, because that'd just be nasty. Big, naturally strong, and proficient in making people's insides outside. These are great fighters. Half-elves are a mixture of human and whatever elf race they bred with. They're good all-arounders. Then there's the full elf. Have spells on the fly. This is 3 almost instantly going to get some above and below enemies. Much of the game's bonuses come from advantages and disadvantages. For instance, being above your enemy's line of sight gives you an advantage over them. Then you can choose from your abilities depending on your class. Some are available in every battle, others once a day. Still more have many requirements, like a short rest or even something more arcane. The game's HUD does a pretty good job showing you what you need to see, though it can be very busy, and clicking on your friends can happen when trying to attack an enemy up close, so watch out for that. It is not unusual to hit the wrong character if you're just click happy. Just be aware, this is all based on the new D&D rules, so there are a ton of numbers from weapon damages to add-on damages due to elements or other restrictions. So just throwing a weapon into somebody's hand and having them go and attack, may not be the best bet, even if it looks initially like it does more damage, especially when it comes to understanding range. It's the name of the game here, as an up-close range weapon may have a much narrower chance of hitting, but if you disengage from the enemy, you can get attacked from the back as you run past. So you're constantly whittling away at the bits of data presented to you in the HUD, sometimes taking larger risks because the reward for up close might make you sprint through 2 to 3 enemies' attack of opportunity ranges, which could end up killing your character. As you progress,